Coming up on 1 minute to go for race 3, and the breeze is way better than it's been. It's almost steady, but not quite. It's up to 10 from the southwest. The temperatures come up a little bit as well. So we have a whole lot of boats. 1 minute to go. Almost the entire fleet is within 30 seconds of the committee boat. But we did move the pin up again, and so we got to believe that somebody's going to be starting down there. In fact, this whole group is headed that way. Power's going for it again. He realizes that it was a whole lot easier starting at the pin in the race 2 than anywhere else. But he will have a little competition from 15. Ika just tacked up too close to the line. What are they going to do? They can't get below 11, so now they're going to go above. But even 11 is probably going to be over early. We need to move forward. Christopher, we need to go. We need to go forward. Coming up to the gun. Does 18 get it, or are they early? And 23 was early. That's Saul Rosen down there almost nailed it perfectly. We need to go forward and out of here. Okay, now you're on the anchor line. Go forward. Oh, there's a header. Who tacks in the header? Charlie does, just above Jonathan Austin. And these other boats are really badly headed, okay, but they can't tack because of each other. Finally, the Petipaw's tack, and that should cascade down with Frank tacking next in 27, and Ika is, they can tack. I don't know whether they're so down speed though that maybe they don't want to now. So they do finally. And now it's actually come back right a little bit. So Bob Perry does not tack. He's going. And where did John Power end up? He's in 21, lured most boat, waiting for a header. Okay, these guys are in a nice even breeze. Oh, Zika, did they see that? Yeah, they're going behind. And 26, Jonathan Austin's a little bit messed up over there. They just had a couple bad tacks, and they're still parked. Charlie Quigley's killing them on that side of the course. 20, the Petipaw's just got a blast out of the middle. 27, Frank's got a blast with no jib in. A little bit surprised by this amount of velocity all of a sudden. This is a righty. And Bob Perry's now finally coming back on port. Bad timing, so he's going back to starboard. All these guys are on port now, and no lefty for them. No love for the corner bangers. Looks like Charlie Quigley may take the lead on this deal. But he's got 3 boats on his hip now, and if the righty holds it, it looks like a middle. Although Charlie's on the lay line, so he's got those guys, even though they're so nicely lifted over there. That includes the Petipaw's in 20 and 20. I think that's I can't tell what that is. That dark boat. Oh, it's 12. It's John Dexter and Rouge. And they are standing by the mark. So Frank could come out of this pretty well. I don't know if he's going to get that pack on the right. He's certainly not going to get Charlie as winning. Oh, nice knockdown for 11. That's a roundup into attack. Yeah, unintentional attack, but they pull it off. Oh, it's getting windy up here. Oh, Charlie has to tack twice. That's good news for Frank. He's lifting a little bit. He's not going to have the group. He's going to have to settle for 5th. And he will. He's conservative. He's not going to jam it in there. And in fact, he could perhaps tack behind 20, but no, he's going to be conservative and take the 5th. Okay, on the halyard. Skying that spinnaker. Petipaw's having a good day. John Dexter. Austin in 4th. Race class 5th. Frank ended up coming out of this in 6th. Meanwhile, John Power's spinning penalty turn, which means he's going to be 10th. Bob Perry is 7th. Ika with Cam Porter 8th. Keith is going to be 9th. And then it's close between Sal, who was over early, and Power, who's had to spin a penalty turn for 10th. After that, Lars is 12th, and there should be a couple more. Ika's undermanned crew is having trouble getting their spinnaker going. But so is Keith's team. Also, not enough people on board today. Well, they got 4. So Bob Perry. This is from there. Frank is settling in on 5th. So the second would remark on a twice around. And what's been strange about this race is the velocity was so great on the first beat, along with a right shift to west, that the run ended up having a lot of spinnaker approaches. But Charlie's still in the lead, despite the fact that it's light and shifty up top here. Dexter and Blue Jay is 2nd, and Bob Perry 3rd. John Power 4th, and things have settled down up here, given that the wind is light all of a sudden. It's kind of a run from the wind remark to the offset. The offset's too low for the right shift. And so 18, they've already jibed the race class. And they get the spinnaker up. I know he's pulling the sheet around. So it'll be a while before the spinnaker gets filled. Frank's set already with a pole. They're getting ready to jibe, but they've got the pedipause in their way, so they can't jibe. Pedipause don't appear to be ready to jibe. Now the jib's finally coming down, so they could jibe. Jonathan Austin's already jibed on the offset leg. They're going to do a windward set and then move it around. All that spinnaker around. Get the pole out. Look at how fluky it is for Santuza trying to go upwind. Took them a while to get the pole set on their setting to winner on Jonathan's boat. Same thing on the race class. They've got the spinnaker half inverted, and now it's going full invert if they don't get the pole on soon. There's a puff up ahead. We're sailing into more wind, so they want to get this spinnaker going pretty soon. Somebody needs to pull on the sheet. Ford inverts entirely inside the forestay, which is what's happening. No, there they go. But it's just about foul 21 about this view. We got 17 still coming upwind here. This is a battle for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Positions haven't changed, but it is challenging in that they're headed with poles forward. So we'll be moving the mark right after this finish. Well, Bob Perry's got to be happy to have all 5 crew members aboard. Keeps up on all 3 of these boats. Spinnakers are about to come down. That's the big one. That's going down now. We don't have to jam in reverse. Little trouble getting that spinnaker down. In fact, the halyard's still maxed to the top. There it comes. On this boat, same thing. They're leaving the halyard up until they get the clothes together. Just so late on the halyard. 8th team, only 4 aboard, and they're getting it down timely. A little trouble with the halyard, though. This windward douse on a reach is tough. They might have considered taking it down a lure. Otherwise, they need the pole down and the spinnaker down at the same time. So 20's got an overlap for the left mark, so 18's going to round the right mark. And Frank's team is not doing great here, but they've got good crew work in general. Let's see if they can be a little more efficient at taking their spinnaker down. Yeah, people are having a real trouble with this windward takedown. Race class finally got around with no main. All right. They're going to be late. The same problem everyone else did. Halyard's not going to be coming down timely. Well, actually, with a big bear off for warp drive, that's going to make it easier. Yeah, they got it down all right.